But in those backstage segments, or in those segments, the anger management segments with Kane and Daniel Bryan, you're sitting right there. Harold.
Yeah. I've never watched those still.
No?
I've still never seen it. I've never seen it. Yeah, it was funny. That was a lot of fun to do, though. Like, at the time, I had no idea it was going to be a thing. Like, I didn't know people would still talk about it now. I was like, okay, like, I didn't even want to be Harold, actually. Like, I showed up and they had like these name tags, and my thinking was just like, I'm not gonna get like hired off of this, so let me just eat some catering and sit in the corner and collect my check. So I grabbed a name tag and I wrote Kobe on it, Koby. And I was like, I'll be Kobe. And I just sat in the corner, and then they're like, no, you're Harold. I was like, oh shoot. Okay. So I have lines. Okay. I've got lines, but a lot of it was improv too. Like, a lot of it was so, like, I think there was a line where I put my hand on Kane's thigh, and that one I just did it. I didn't, it wasn't planned. And it was just like, I think the line was something like, thank you for sharing, Kane, like, and it was just like, it was just one of those things I had fun with, and I didn't expect anything of it. And like I said, I didn't even watch it. Like, I was just hanging out at home one day, and I noticed my Twitter at the time had blown up, and I was like, oh, I guess they aired that tonight. And so it's funny. That was the same weekend of the tryout that I just told you about. And so I went to the tryout like 2 days later, and I was like, hey, I just filmed some stuff a few days ago in case they were, I don't know, that has nothing to do with me. Right.
When they brought you in for that, was there ever talk of you being in a match?
No, there was talk of bringing me back though. At one point they called me maybe a month or so later, and they said, hey, we're interested in bringing you to Stanford to shoot some more anger management stuff. And I was like, oh, cool. And they, yeah, I'm available. And they said, okay, but first we have to know, what is your relationship with TNA? And I was like, I have no relationship. I didn't have a contract. I just did a couple of dates for them, and that's it. And they were like, okay. And then I never heard anything else.
But then you did something briefly at SummerSlam, right?
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's right. That was maybe a year later. It was a Bray Wyatt Kane Inferno match, I think. And I was just a fireman, and didn't really do much else though. That was it. Like, just showed up that day, was a fireman. Like, I never got called back to do anything else.